Welcome to another episode of McNulty's Book Corral. I'm your host, Thomas McNulty. And today I'm introducing a new feature for the Book Corral. And this is going to be really simple. It's called Vintage Paperback Picks. I'm simply going to take a paperback off of the shelf and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. Because I have such an extensive collection, sometimes it might be easier just to do a single title here and there. So for today, I grabbed a really interesting book. It's called A Stretch on the River by Richard Bissell from the early 1950s. Here's the cover. I'll put a scan of the cover at the end of the video. Richard Bissell was an interesting writer. There's actually a picture of him on the back. I don't know if you can see it very well. I'll put a scan of that on there as well. I'll try and find a picture of him to put on the end of the video. A Stretch on the River was a bestseller. Richard Bissell was not prolific. He was born in 1913. He died in 1977. He was on the river, and this is about the riverboats, Mississippi and so forth, the Midwest. This is very much a Midwestern book. There's a homespun, heartfelt feel to this book. There are some humorous, comedic elements involved in it as well, and it's a great book. It was highly influential at the time it came out. Bissell wrote about the river and other books as well. So he did a book called High Water, I think. But this one was his bestseller. I think it's still in print. I think someone has reprinted this. If not, you should check it out. It's a heartfelt book because it's a story about a guy who's on the river. And it's about, should he get off the river? How can he live his life? He has romances. He falls in love. How can he maintain those relationships when he's on the river? But there's a lot of humor to it, but the humor is subtle. It's not slapstick. Great book. This book was recommended to me by an American writer named Dave Etter, by the way. Dave Etter would use little bits and pieces of Richard Bissell's writing, his epigrams and so forth, to his own books in front of some of his poetry when he published them. It was Dave Etter who recommended Richard Bissell to me many, many years ago. I might do an episode on Dave Etter. And so I have A Stretch on the River, today's vintage paperback picks, a new feature here at the Book Corral. Thank you for checking in. I hope you get a chance to look for this book. It's easily found on eBay. Stay well, stay happy, feed your brain. Read a book.